it's crazy. Obviously you done seen this a million times, but you was in the video for Shady's, the Shady joint Go In.
That was
And
the
you holding
highlight
a
of
gun.
the moment, yeah.
Yeah, you holding a gun. And that joint turned into a meme for years.
That was so funny. That wasn't even supposed to been in the video. And
Are you
I caught a
serious?
gun case 2 weeks later. They tried to use that against me.
Get out of it.
That was a prop. Shout out to Franks.
Was it a prop?
Yeah,
It was a real prop.
it was a prop.
Oh, I thought you was just joking. I'm like, yo, you done beat that case. That case is long gone.
It was a prop.
So real talk, how did it feel seeing yourself as a meme for so many years?
Every time I see it, it's like the moment happening again, but it's bigger and bigger and bigger. It'd be funny, like, but it's a legendary dance. It feel good.
You know, it's crazy because it almost feels like, and I don't want to speak out of turn, but it almost feels like you paved the way for
Indeed.
females holding pistols.
I did, especially for my generation.
Mm-hmm.
For my generation and the generation up under me. I did.
Yeah, it feel that way. Because I'm trying, even
It's
as you're
the truth.
talking, I'm trying to think of different artists that, you know, different female artists that was going at it as hard as you and talking that street talk,
And-
especially during your generation. You might be right.
No, I am right. And who did it? For 10 years? And I can
Yeah.
make other type of music? And I can still give them drillery? Who doing it? Who done it? Me.
Let me ask you something. Are you surprised that drill music has blown the way it's blown? Because, you know, drill music, and you could correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm from the East Coast. So when we was hearing people like King Louie back in the days, that was kind of our introduction to drill and that sound. But now, you know, you got some of the biggest drill rappers in the game from Brooklyn, New York, from the Bronx, New York. You got drill rappers overseas. Are you shocked at where that sound has gone?
No, I'm not. No, because Chicago, not even just myself, but other Chicago artists as well, we have influence. Chicago as a whole, with music, with instrumental, with dancing, with our food, Chicago culture, period. Like, it doesn't surprise me. But it's like, it's crazy how it's like, if Chicago will stick together and support one another, we really eat here in the city. Like, everybody, what is drill New York? What is drill London? Like, no disrespect to the other states and countries and none of that, but I'm saying drill is originated here in Chicago. Like, no, I'm not surprised, but I am, because like, I'm happy that I'm a part of the wave and I'm putting in work for real to show our culture in the city, like, everywhere. Like, this is what's owed and deserved to us. Like, look at from back then, from like Crucial Conflict, Bump J, like, all of their music is hip hop, but it was still drill.
Mm-hmm. In the Chicago area, who would you say really created that sound? Like I said, when we first started hearing, I remember King Louie, but I'm not sure if he just popularized it or if he was really one of the creators.
He is one of the creators. Drill music come from, like, in the era from 2011, 2010, he was one of the artists, King Louie, and Pac-Man was too. Rest in peace to Pac-Man, because I grew up listening to his music as well before I even touched the microphone. But like Chief Keef, Durk, Fredo Santana, may he rest in peace. Like FBG Duck, may he rest in peace. King Von, like, I grew up in the era. Like E-Day, may he rest in peace. Like Sasha Go Hard, Pretty in Pink, like, they all paved the way with Chicago.
Yeah, but you know, it felt like when Chief Keef dropped that I Don't Like, it went from being a sound to a phenomenon.
Yeah.
All of a
Sosa the
sudden,
GOAT.
it was
Sosa the GOAT. Chief Keef
that
definitely.
I Don't Like was different.
Yeah. He did that one for the culture. That Don't Like, that Love Sosa, that Nigga I'm 300. Like, Chief Keef got them anthems. And them was 2011, 2012, 2013. Like,
Mm-hmm.
he got a catalog for sure.
That same year he dropped that, you dropped the Bandz and Hittaz mixtape.
Yeah. And Shawn Mack and DJ Ferris hosted it.
Shout out to Shawn Mack.
Shout out to Ferris.
And DJ Ferris. Damn, you just brought up those is my boys out there. Shout out to both of them.
I've been here heavy hitters rolling with me from day one. Ain't no cap in my rap. Like,
oh my God. It took me a second. You was like DJ Ferris. I'm like, hold up, that's my brother for years.
Yeah, because you brought up Bandz and Hittaz, so you know what you know. That was my very first tape. Bandz and Hittaz, because I was about to drop Drillery Clinton 1, but I put that on hold. And I dropped Bandz and Hittaz. But if you pay attention to my music from Bandz and Hittaz to Drillery Clinton 1, you can hear in the lyrics, in my delivery, everything, like the growth, even now on DC4. Like from Bandz and Hittaz, what? I was in the studio, drunk partying. I was slurring on songs. Daily was rapping bars. But now I take my time. I don't like all them distractions in the studio with me. None of that.
See, damn, that's something. That's that OG talk, and again, you a young OG. All these artists think that they need to go to the studio and have 50 people in the room with them. Everybody got to be liquored up, smoked out, and like you said, all it is a distraction, and you end up paying more because you in there wasting studio time.
And you're not focused on what you want to do. Like, if you're not coming with me to the studio to bring out nothing, like no bars, you ain't telling me like, no, switch your flow to this. Like, what are you there for? You're not serving the purpose. Like, I could party with you. I'll do that on the regular. Like, and I would rather party making the song versus going,
Mm-hmm. Okay. Talk to me about this Drillery Clinton mixtape. Where'd that name come from?
The fans. And it came from, because I was, like, around the time when Drillery Clinton, the name came, Hillary Clinton was running, and I was a fan of her. She was the first lady, and since I'm the first lady of drill, it was like on some presidential. That's where my "Go Vote, Little Bitch" slogan come in at with my marketing, But this guy named Cal, he interviewed me for the Red Eye newspaper, like around the time when I was battling with Bandz and Hittaz and Drillery Clinton. But I was running with the name Drillery Clinton, but I made them wait and dropped Drillery Clinton, the mixtape, after I dropped Bandz and Hittaz, because I was already promoting it. But the fans in the city gave me that name, and they've been riding with it, from day one.
Damn, so that name really came from the streets? That came from the fans?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. I didn't know that.
Yeah. I got the newspaper to prove it. My mother still got it, too. Every newspaper, every magazine I was in. This was when aux chords just started popping. We were still listening to mixtapes. Like, I caught 106 in Park before they cut it off.
Mm-hmm.
Pop Out was on 106 in Park. I was on MTV. I was the only female in the city that got picked overall with the first promo in the city, but I had ended up having them add other females on there. But I've been here influenced with the music. Always been one of the only females on any bookings.
Okay, before I even go further, shout to mommy, shout to your mother. It ain't nothing like a mother. You said she had all the clippings, all the articles. She still got everything. And that's what a mother do, no matter how much trouble you get into, and you have been very open about, like, I was bad.
I was.
Your mother right there, proud of her baby.
I was busy. I put my mama through
Okay,
some shit.
so on that Drillery Clinton mixtape, you just mentioned it, but Pop Out. This was the record, you know, I think it's when I first really started to learn about you. But that had to be your biggest record, correct?
It was one of my biggest records.
And that record had King Louis on it.
Mm. I had Make Me Rich as well with Jeremiah and Shahoova. I got Lil Bitch. I got Why You Mad. I got Lick Off the Mid, reggae anthem. I have Stand On It Now. I got big records like
You got
DC4,
records.
the project that really got everybody attention right now.
Mm. And how did y'all even come together to do that record?
Which record?
The Pop Out record.
Oh, I was about to start on my second verse, and like me and him we used to have the same, we was a part of the same camp or whatever, like, and it was either my studio time was first or his and vice versa. So we used to always come and see each other's sessions, like whether I was first or he was first. But this particular day, I was about to work on my second verse for Pop Out. And he came in there and Block was like, see if Louis will jump on this or whatever. And we told him to check it out in the studio. And we played it and he liked it. He went in the booth and he freestyled 4 bars, 4 bars, 4 bars. Put a whole 12 on that. Like, that's how that happened. But like the hook and my verse and stuff was already done. But he was feeling it. Like he knew it was a hit.
That's dope. So y'all, because we live in a era where a lot of time people do features, but they not even in the same city. They not in the same state. They damn near ain't in the same country no more. They just do their verse, they fly it in. So y'all two was actually in the same studio together making that record.
The record was done. But yeah, we was in the studio when pretty much you might as well say, because he recorded his verse when I was about to start on the second one. So yeah, that was a different experience versus us sending each other songs back and forth. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
It was different. Yeah, and I knew it was a hit before it dropped. Like we ain't like dropped no audio or nothing. I just dropped the video.
And that was another thing I thought was dope because, a lot of time artists give each other features, but they don't co-sign it. They don't show up for the video. It's just like, yo, you know what? I gave you the verse. I did my part. Leave me alone.
Yeah, they don't
He
promote
showed
it.
up for the video.
You say what?
He showed up for the video. Y'all in the video looking like old friends.
The song was hard.
Yes, it was.
And it was like the chemistry on the record was everything too. But I'm past the Pop Out though. Like